Hi, this is Theo from PuckerBlocks.com. Today I'm going to show you a sketchbook tour of my Khadi Papers sketchbook. I have already completed half of it, so today I'm going to show you the first half of this sketchbook. First of all, I have to thank a fellow YouTuber who suggests that I use the words sketchbook tour in my title so that I can get more views. So let's see how that will turn out. So this is the Khadi Papers sketchbook that I reviewed a few weeks ago. There are 80 pages and I have completed half of it, so that's 40 pages. Let's take a look at some of the earlier pages that I have drawn. This is a color swatch of Winsor & Newton. These are all actually customized colors, colors that I picked specifically to put inside the box. And one thing about creating color swatches like this is to make sure that you write down the color for the color swatches that you put out. If not, there will be no way that you can remember what these colors are. So right now I'm looking back at this and I cannot remember what some of these colors are. I know this is French ultramarine, phthalo blue, and the rest yellow ochre, phthalo green. The rest I'm not too sure. This is another color swatch for Mission Gold. This is the 9 color pen set that I bought, but this particular plastic box that the colors are in is actually from White Nights. I wanted to bring Mission Gold to my Hong Kong trip to use Mission Gold, but I did not use a lot of watercolors while I was in Hong Kong because there was no time to use colors. Let me zoom out a bit. This is a sketch of Tiong Bahru, a neighborhood estate in Singapore. These buildings were built before World War II or around World War II. This is Singapore River. I used Mission Gold watercolors for this, so the colors are quite strong. I really love Mission Gold. The colors are very strong, very vibrant, and for this texture that you see here, this is actually from Winsor & Newton, French ultramarine, because the set that I have with Mission Gold, they do not have French ultramarine. The only blue they have inside that set is phthalo blue. This is Alcove Bridge. This is also by Singapore River. This is the river. And for this sketch, I think I use Core watercolors. You can see that the colors are a bit it's not as strong compared to Mission Gold. So for the rest of the sketchbook, actually I use mostly Core watercolors. This is Mission Gold watercolors, and this is Little Guilin, a neighborhood park that is quite near where I'm staying. There is a time-lapse video for this sketch. You can check that out in the video description below. This is a cafe sketch. This is drawn on 18th of November. Let me take a look at the first sketch. The first sketch was drawn on the 3rd of August 2015. So today is the 20th of March. And it took me about, wow, that's quite almost half a year to complete half a sketchbook. So I am quite slow when coming to filling up sketchbook because I don't draw frequently. I don't go out frequently to draw. This is another sketch at a cafe. This cafe is Brunches Cafe. They have an interesting car that's inside, and when you open the car hood, they have all the condiments inside, the chili sauce, tomato sauce. And I also have a tutorial and a time-lapse video for this. By the way, all the sketches that I'm going to show you today, if there are any additional videos, just check the video description below. Because some of these sketches I actually created tutorials and also time-lapse video. This is Marina Bay Sands, the shopping mall. And this is Art Science Museum, the museum that is outside of the shopping mall. And you can see that the details here are not very... There are not a lot of details because I was really drawing very fast as it's starting to drizzle, to rain, so I have to go inside to hide out in the mall. This is the newly opened National Gallery of Singapore. This is also a museum. And this is the dome, this is actually the old Supreme Court. They actually have another dome that is just right outside here, but this is the smaller dome that is behind, and inside is actually a small library, probably for law books. But now with the National Gallery, they actually created all this structure that goes above and covers the dome. And the colors I'm using, the colors I mix, I did not quite like the colors because it became too muddy, and there are some problems with the human figures as well, with their perspective. Like this person here, this is too big because he should be around this height. So some errors on this page. But doesn't matter, it's just a sketchbook, so I'm just drawing for fun. This is at another cafe, La Ristrettos. I was drawing the coffee machines because I wasn't able to get a seat with a view of the counter. So this is the other counter that shows all the coffee machine, and the sun was coming from this side. So I was drawing mainly the shadow areas, and it's very difficult to see any of the details that are inside the shadow. So it's very challenging to draw that. This is Chinatown. This is the Buddha Tooth Relic Temple. I was drawing on the 3rd floor or the 4th floor, looking downwards. It was a hot day, yeah, I remember that. This is another cafe, Craftsman Specialty Coffee. And yep, a double page spread. For this particular page, the sizing on the Khadi paper wasn't really good, so you can see all the white of the paper showing through. But overall, I still quite like the sketch because I feel that you can really feel the counter, the space inside the sketch. So I hope I achieved what I wanted to sketch. This is Raffles Hotel. I'm not sure what I'm trying to draw here because the focus is not very clear. Is it the tree, is it the roof, or is it the building that is hidden behind the tree? So the focus is not very clear. This is Purvis Street. I love the shop houses that are here. The red windows. For some reason, all the windows here, they have some red color on it. So it's very nice. This is Marina Bay Sands. Someone commented that he liked or she liked the orange clouds, orange sky that is pulling the picture in. Now when I look back at this, I realized that I should have actually put some of the orange onto the buildings because it's the orange sky. They will cast some of the orange light onto the buildings. So for me, this sketch looks a bit, it's not in harmony. There should be some orange onto the buildings, and the reason for that is because I drew the structures first before I painted in the sky, and I forgot about the colors. I have a time-lapse video for this as well. This is Branches Cafe, the same cafe earlier on. So yep, this is the same cafe. So right now I'm actually sitting behind this pillar here. So this shelf here is actually this shelf here. Yeah. And these are my friends who are sketching with me that day. This is Roadshow Center. This is 27th of February, so this was drawn last month, quite recent. I was drawing from the 16th or 17th floor, I cannot remember exactly, but looking down towards the Little India area. This is a Sim Lim Square where you can buy electronics, but be careful to check the prices online first if you want to buy there, because there are some scams inside that shopping mall. This is also Roadshow Center. Roadshow Center actually is a few blocks of residential public housing. So each block is colored differently, like the yellow, the red, and the blue. This is Perak Street. This is inside Little India area. The shadow wasn't very strong that day, was it? But the way I look at it right now, the shadow was strong, but I wasn't able to capture the shadow very well. Oh, this is back at Roadshow Center. These are the different color blocks. So if you look at this particular sketch here, blue, red, and yellow. So we have blue, red, and yellow. So for this sketch here, I was sketching somewhere around here, which is between these two buildings, somewhere around there, looking towards this side. And this sketch was sketched earlier before this sketch. This was 28th of February. So for this particular sketch, I realized that my red color wasn't very strong. It was like dulled down, and it's because of the paper sizing as well. So for this particular sketch, I went ahead to use a stronger red color. So you can see the difference between these two red. And they are actually the same paint, which is Alizari, permanent Alizari Crimson. This is also from Roadshow Center. This was drawn from the red block or the green block. I'm not too sure. Probably the green block. So I was on the top floor looking down towards the Bugis area. This is Raffles Hospital. This, I'm not sure what this building is. I'm not sure what all the other buildings are. This is another cafe sketch. This cafe is called Local, L-O-K-A-L, so it's not L-O-C-A-L. I drew the black and white ink drawing in the cafe and then colored this sketch at home, just to save time. And this is also in Local Cafe. This is the kitchen. Again, the page sizing is not very nice, so the colors appear a bit dull. And this is Bukit Paso. So there are some really nice shop houses along Bukit Paso, the old shop houses. I was drawing this scene outside around 2 to 3 p.m. in the afternoon. It's very hot. I have a video tutorial for this, and if you are a subscriber, a supporter on my Patreon page, you will be able to watch the full-length tutorial where I give you instructions on how to draw this particular scene from a blank page to pen and ink and then adding watercolor. So you can support me on Patreon to watch that tutorial. This is also Bukit Paso. So as I walk down the street, this is the other scene. These are also shop houses. And I think that this would be the center of the sketchbook. So this was in March. So yep, so half this sketchbook took me 6 months or so to complete. I think I'm going to take another 6 months or so to complete this other half. So yeah, I will try to sketch double pages if possible. I will talk about this in the other sketchbook tour, because this is the start of the second half of the sketchbook. I don't actually sketch a lot. Usually once a week or twice a month I would join my friends for cafe sketching to catch up with them. And every month on the last Saturday there is actually a sketchwalk organized by the Urban Sketchers Singapore. I will always be there. So if you happen to be in Singapore on the last Saturday of each month, you can join us for our sketching session. And just now I mentioned that I've created other videos for the sketches inside. So I'll post all the links in the video description below. You can check them out. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do so for more sketching tips and techniques, art product reviews. And if you can, support me on Patreon as well to help me make more sketching videos. Thanks and see you in the next video. Bye.